Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Elevate with Erica. I'm your host, Erica, and today I'm excited to talk about showing up as the person you were meant to be, not who anyone wants or expects you to be, or even not who you used to be, because this is your story, and you know it's okay to change it up, right? You're allowed to grow and evolve and pivot at any point in your life. If these pivots make someone else uncomfortable, that's not your problem. If your pivots make you uncomfortable, that's normal. Change isn't comfortable. That's why most people play it safe most of their life, because it's not easy to go against what your loved ones or the world expects of you. And it's not easy to step out of your own comfort zone to go for something that's been placed on your heart that you've been called to do. Sometimes it barely makes sense to ourselves, let alone trying to get someone else to understand it. After I left my full-time job last year and started building my own business from home, I had and still have many moments where I think to myself, what the hell are you doing? You had a guaranteed paycheck. What if this doesn't work? What makes you special? I actually ask myself, why can't you just be happy with a normal office job? But you know what? Every time I ask myself that last question, it gets me right out of that state of mind, because the thought of being in that office again is that uncomfortable for me to think about. That quote unquote safe job was actually more uncomfortable than this phase of uncertainty I'm in right now, building my own business from home. I'd rather be busting my ass, unsure of what my check will be each week, than back sitting in that office. Because living out a role that is so unauthentically aligned with who you are is more uncomfortable than the struggle, the work it takes to create the amazing life you were meant to have. And if even I still question the steps I'm taking to pursue the life that I see in my dreams, then how can I fault my husband for wondering what the hell I'm doing, right? The vision I have for my future is just that. It's mine. Your vision is just that. Yours. And hell, even I'm confused by my own vision some days, but I know without a doubt that I'm headed in the right freaking direction. This crazy season of life I'm in feels way better than trying to live the life I thought everyone expected me to live. When someone tells you that you can't do something, or when someone tells you that your idea is crazy, hell, it probably is crazy. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. We were not put here to play small. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. They are probably just coming from a place of concern or insecurity or misunderstanding. Or maybe they actually think you can't do it. And either way, that's fine too. Use that as freaking fuel to do it. Or maybe you going after your dreams reminds them of their disbelief in their ability to go after their own. Can I get an amen? People tell me I can't dance. And here I am dancing, right? If you follow me on Instagram, you know how happy dancing makes me. I can't deny the smile on my face when I dance. Is there a right way to dance? I mean, think about that. I don't think so. But I get comments telling me that I can't dance. You know what? You turn on some music and you move your damn body. It's a form of expression. And we all express ourselves differently, right? Life is a dance. Don't let anyone tell you how you are supposed to be moving through it. Do what freaking feels good to you. Doesn't need anyone else's approval. Same goes for the right time to have a baby, the right time to get married, the right time to buy a house, the right way to build a career, the right career to freaking choose. It's right when it feels good to you. If you are paying your bills and taking care of your obligations, and the path you're on makes you happy, You don't need to worry about what anyone else is saying or doing around you. They will think you're crazy until you succeed. And then you know what, sister? They'll think you're brilliant. Have you ever had Karen tell you that you can't do something and Karen's just going through the motions of life? Clocking in and out every day, wishing away the week till Friday, complaining about her husband and sharing about the Netflix show you should spend all your time watching? Yet Karen tells you that your dream of starting your own baking business on the side is way too difficult for you. It's going to take more time than you think. You're going to need all these permits. It's too competitive of an industry. You need to invest too much up front on baking utensils. Those negative Karens. We used to call them Nancy, but now everyone's a Karen. So sorry, Karen. If you have a dream on your heart, don't let someone who hasn't had the courage to work for theirs tell you not to work for yours. Don't take advice from someone who has taken the safe route for the okay life. If you want to do some crazy leaps of faith and are ready to invest blood, sweat, and tears for a great one. Because like the saying goes, when the reward, or in this case, your vision, is great enough, the struggle to attain it will never be strong enough to stop you. When you get so laser focused on your vision, when you can hush all the noise, all the opinions around you, and really see the future you desire for yourself, oh, sister, you will figure out how the hell to get there. Maybe you won't know step 37 yet. Maybe you won't even know step number 2 yet. But you can start with step 1, and it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. I'm going to talk a little bit about my divorce for a moment. I do plan to do an episode on my divorce in the near future, but I'm going to tell you up front, this is not the Jerry Springer show. I'm not here to bash my ex-husband. That being said, when I said I wanted a divorce, I think it shocked everyone, even him. And I have to tell you that because I went through that divorce, and now I really despise some of the quotes or memes I see online from time to time. The ones about never giving up on each other being the key to having a great marriage. Like somehow, because Karen decided to stay in her unhappy marriage, she's superior to someone who makes the difficult decision to break apart her family and start over. Now, first, let's put aside our varying religious reasons for remaining married. Okay, let's just strip it back and just talk about relationships for a minute. There is no quote that summarizes the key to making all relationships work. Shit happens. People change. I got involved, tied down, and married too young before I even knew what I wanted out of life, before I even knew who I was. I thought I knew what I wanted, but really I was just trying to want what I thought I was supposed to want. Did that make sense? When we say things like, a great relationship is toughing it out, we are telling people it's not okay to want more, to want better, to leave a situation that could be holding back someone's potential, holding back someone from fulfilling their purpose. Who the hell are we to do that? Divorce is not the real tragedy. The real tragedy is staying in an unhappy marriage and teaching our children the wrong things about love because we care about what other people will think if we end our marriage. We have to stop trying to live up to what someone else says is the right thing to do. We have to stop sacrificing our happiness for the comfort of others. Be who you were meant to be. What's a job that you think about that you say, man, I wish I did that for a living? Do you ever think about that sometimes? Like maybe it's, I don't know, baking or dancing or working out. Is it something you can actually pursue? If it's something that doesn't support your current obligations, is it something you can make a hobby or a side hustle? Because like I said, the work will be worth it when you feel what it's like to live in your purpose. I can honestly say I've always said I wish working in fitness was my job. I love it that much and always did, and look at me now. It wasn't easy to make it my job, but I worked very hard to make it my reality, and I've never been happier. I've been richer, but never happier. Is there a place you'd like to live one day, but you worry about what your family will say? I dare you right now to go find what you envision your house would look like in whatever that location is. Go look up some places for sale or rent online and print one out. It may not be the one you actually buy in 5 or 10 years or 20 years, but print it out and stick it somewhere where you'll see it every day. Really envision it. Really start to see yourself there, and you'll find yourself working to get there. For me, it's South Carolina. I tell my husband all the time I want to move once my kids have moved on to their own places. I just think life is too short to stay in one place forever. What about any health and fitness goals you may have? Find an old picture of you that exemplifies how you want to feel today. Or find a person online that maybe you haven't even actually met, but that exemplifies the kind of person that you want to be. Print it out, look at it every day. When I first started my fitness journey, I knew the energy I wanted to feel, and it was that of Fit Girl Mel on Instagram. Go look her up. She was my inspiration when I would wake up in the morning and not want to push play, when I wanted to push snooze 10 more times. I would go look at her page. That would get me the F up. You want what someone else has worked for? Start doing the actions that person is doing, the actions that got them where they are today. What you focus on, you will manifest. Manifest exactly who you want to be. Stop living for other people. I love what I do for a living because I live for the messages from people that say that because they saw my Instagram story or because they saw me on some social group on Facebook, they decided to cut the bullshit and get to work on their goals. They decided to make a plan to leave a job they aren't happy in, to leave a relationship that's not serving them, to start a fitness program they've been scared to commit to. They are no longer trying to live to anyone else's standards, just pedal to the metal in pursuit of their own happiness. That is so awesome, isn't it? You know that feeling, right? When you see someone and you think to yourself, they were made to do that. That's not by chance or luck. That's because that person made the decision to live out their purpose. We all have one. They decided to pursue it. They worked to make it a reality. Instead of focusing on the work it would take to get there or letting the opinions of others carry any weight, they put one foot in front of the other in the direction of their dreams. That's why it looks like they were made to do it, because they were, but they put in the freaking work. It's not easy to pursue the great life, but it's harder to reach the end of life and wonder, what if? Your energy creates your reality, so stop letting other vibes in that don't support who you want to be. The life you want is already yours. Did you hear me? The life you want is already yours. Go live it. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for living it your way. Cheers to protecting our dreams from here on out, from being silenced by the opinions of others, and to acting like the person we want to become. Until next episode, friends, E.